Hi, welcome to Simple Adventures. This is Nathan, this is George. Let's talk about stuff other than tea.
Oh, tea's a good topic. What have you been up to, George?
Mate, same as usual. The weather's been terrible.
It has been rubbish, eh?
Again, we've had what, our first 2 fine days in a row for a while?
Yeah, and they've been cold.
Yeah, I forgot to take some water out to the car with me this morning, so just driving like a medieval knight, peering at the little gap.
Yeah,
Ace Ventura styles.
Yeah, I did that for a little bit as well because I didn't have enough of a gap. It was when your peripheral vision's this big.
That's dangerous. Don't do that, people.
Just put your head out the window.
Have you had a chance to wear your raincoat in the rain?
I did, briefly.
Yeah.
I ended up buying a raincoat for the purposes of needing a raincoat. So yeah, and because the weather's been rubbish for so long now,
We have to get you out in the damp stuff.
Yes.
it's green.
Yes, green.
So I don't look like forest leaf litter, so that's fine. I'm pretty sure that's what the particular pattern was called.
Leaf litter.
Leaf litter.
No. It's like, I don't know what it was.
Never to be found again. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have some interesting news.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure today found us a 4th.
Really?
Ooh, a 4th.
Yeah. So,
Oh.
no longer will it be a boys' club.
Oh.
We have a 4th.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah. So she is a fitness and nutrition expert
Okay.
with a little bit of outdoors experience, but not much. So she's going to join us and hopefully do some exercise and diet sort of videos. We're not focusing on like diet, stop being a fat shit, you know, that sort of thing. What we with nutrition we want to do some stuff on, you know, like what we eat in the bush and are we actually getting enough? Are we getting enough nutrients? All that sort of thing.
All right.
So I think it'd be quite interesting to really break down the food that we eat and what's actually.
So my plan of taking like a 12 pack of Snickers bars probably not going to work.
No,
No.
probably not.
Well, there goes my big gold bowl plan.
And sugars aren't the greatest. They're too short energy, eh?
Yeah, that's where things like barley sugars are good. Small, quite often get absorbed and get you going, but
But
a bulk load of them is not very...
From what I understood, having like a chocolate bar or something in case you like get cold.
Well, Snickers bars are quite good because they're full of nuts and stuff as well. And
Yeah.
it's not don't eat that stuff, but don't rely on it. You know, like,
Don't live on it.
yeah, you're gonna get
Yeah.
your good energy from
Especially on your long trip.
especially
Like
long
if you're out
trip.
for a week.
But I can see where you're looking at nutrition versus, you know, carrying like half a veggie truck full of stuff.
And enjoying
in
what you're eating too.
Yeah.
Is a big
Definitely.
thing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And we're gonna look at some simple exercises
Cool.
to strengthen and prepare body for outdoor activities. So I'm quite keen to learn how to strengthen these jelly arms of mine. I'm quite weak.
Noodles.
Although, as I found out, I can do a one-arm pull-up with the right motivation.
Yes.
Tell you what, with the right motivation, there's a lot of things you can achieve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna so she's keen to come on board and start doing some videos, and maybe the odd podcast with us. So that'll grow the team a bit. She swears like a trooper, so we may have to get an
She's gonna
explicit
fit it
rating.
just fine.
yeah. So it should be interesting. Should be good. So that's my news. So no more being fat shits.
Oh,
That's gonna be hard for me.
and me.
Like my pies. Not practical, apparently.
Well, I wanted today to talk about setting goals and what people's goals for outdoors is. You guys have anything comes to mind? I know you haven't prepared for this because we only just thought of it.
Yeah. Wow.
Should I start with mine? Because I know what mine are.
Because you've said the day to think. Because
Because I've been thinking about it. So you give you guys some time to think. And so one of my goals, and I don't actually have a time frame on it. I'm going to set a time frame on it. But one thing I'd really like to do is climb a snowy mountain, like proper crampons, ice axes, mountaineering, climb a mountain. That's one of my goals. Nikki and I have a goal to do the entire timber trail in one hit.
Pereira, right?
Yeah, in Pereira. Supposed to be 27 hours of cycling.
Okay. And you're allowed to walk it?
No, we're going to cycle it.
Oh, you're going to cycle it?
Yeah. I don't have a bike, but
This could be
You're going to cycle.
Well, Nicky's got a $120 warehouse bike.
So actually, that could be quite exciting. Going out and getting a cheap bike.
Yeah, I think I'm going to spend like maybe $200 on a bike.
You could do like a Top Kit challenge. Get yourself $20 each, so you go buy a second-hand bike.
You're allowed a standard bike repair kit.
Do you guys want to do that? Would you be keen?
Hell no.
No? You're going to be roped in. I've already roped Dad in to run support, so you may have to do that with him. Because if he has to do 30 hours of support, he may want a nap.
I'm keen on that.
Yeah, you keen on the ride?
I'm keen on the ride.
Alright, sweet.
That's right up my alley, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't like mountain biking.
Okay. Neither do I fucking hate it. I don't even know why we're doing this, but for some reason Nicky decided that we're going to be cyclists.
We're going to have to come up with some interesting challenges, like for example...
I think just doing it's going to be a challenge. Like, honestly, like it's 27 hours straight of cycling.
Are you going to do it in one hit?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
If you're a cyclist.
Yeah.
And we're not cyclists, so I'm going like 30 to 35 hours.
Yeah, this is a good 3 days, I reckon.
No, all in one go. Like, no sleeping.
That's dangerous.
No, it's not.
It is totally dangerous.
I've done like 40-hour days and stuff at work, so it'll be fine.
I'm thinking about your other person.
No, she's keen as. I don't know why. She didn't even take any convincing.
So, rather than having water in our packs, we're just going to have, what, Red Bull? Concentrate?
Methamphetamines, probably. Well, no, the idea is, and I've got to map it out. The idea is that, obviously, George, because he doesn't want to ride for 30 hours straight. So George and my dad are going to run support, so they'll have vehicles, and where the track crosses roads, we'll have stations and stops for, like, food and new water and all that sort of stuff. And we'll probably make it, actually, like a 3-day trip.
Yeah.
So we'll do the ride and then sleep for 2 days in the bush. And I think that'll be quite exciting.
Yeah, that actually sounds like quite a bit of fun.
Yeah. So anyway, your guys' goals.
Oh.
Rick, have you got some?
Well, one of my main goals at the moment is to get my equipment together. And to do it in a smart but, unique kind of way. So
your equipment's never done though.
I understand that, but it's having that initial kit out. Like
you want to be able to say, I can do this. I have the equipment to do this. The only thing that's stopping me is me.
Yeah, that's basically where I'm wanting to get to. So, for example, one of my big hurdles of going for more extended walks is the only shoes I've got are some. The soles are starting to flatten out on them, so I need to get new shoes. So, boots, for example, would be one of my next purchases. I spent some time with my little pack thing.
Yeah,
and
how was that?
It's fantastic. It works, but it doesn't have a lot of space.
They don't, do they?
So I'm getting a drop pouch.
Yeah.
That goes on the back, which expands out to a massive volume, so you can carry like a fleece or a jacket in it, but then you can condense it down to a flat
You
profile.
can see why I got Nicky the small pack version of the Camelback.
Yeah, I can now.
It's not a Camelback one, but
and this one's going to be fine because you can pack stuff into it in a way that it is fairly condensed on your back, but it's just having that pouch will be most useful.
Sounds like it will be most useful. Most useful. George, any goals for you?
My goals? Well, I don't have anything that I want to go and do.
Yeah.
So always my number one priority out when I go out is to go and have fun.
Aww, you're such a fucking cop out.
I know. Well, because I don't do a lot of tramping. I haven't been tramping for many years.
Do you have any goals for hunting? Apart from shoot more deer, which is a fairly standard goal.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, it's pretty it never ends.
No.
No.
Really
you don't have like a trophy goal or anything like that?
No.
Got to snag yourself a 20-pointer?
Trophy hunting's a bit...
Yeah, it's a
bit blowhard, to be honest. Oh, it depends on how you...
Yeah, like, I think trophy hunting gets a bad rep for the idea of not using the meat from the animal, whereas for most trophy hunters that's not true.
Yeah, especially in New Zealand.
Especially here in New Zealand, they eat the animal, they take the animal. And they're actually... less gung ho, so they don't shoot a lot of deer.
The thing is, they do shoot the good ones.
Yeah. But they'll pass up opportunities of shooting deer, whereas we just like, oh look, there's a deer, we'll have that one.
Yep.
They're few and far enough between, you know. We're not going to decimate a population at the rate we go, but...
And you can't shoot, like, because most of the trophies, especially with deer, are males.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will just shoot males, and you do get a population imbalance. And you need to, if you're taking out males, you need to take out some females too.
Yep.
And they're really good eating.
They are good eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But, that said, I've only shot 9 deer, only one of them's been a hind. Yeah. Just out of pure chance. That wasn't just the way it was.
Yep.
But, yeah. No, yeah, that was my goals.
Shoot
probably just to get out more.
Yeah. Would you have a goal, like, say, like, on how much you get out?
Yeah. It just changes all the time with situations, weather.
Yeah, but like, say if you said, look, I want to do 10 weekends a year.
Yeah.
That's fair enough, eh? Like.
Yep. Including week trips or.
Yeah.
Week longs usually because I don't have any annual leave yet. So it's
well, I've joined the club. We're just changing jobs, so.
Yeah.
And annual leave for me, and just take it off, not paid. Oh yeah, to the rest of some countries in the world that don't actually get paid for holidays, here in New Zealand we get paid to not go to work for 4 weeks a year.
Plus 11 stats.
Plus 11 stat days, which we all get paid for. Because I don't think they get paid for holidays in the States. I think like your holidays...
I think you get 2 weeks annual leave.
2 weeks?
No maternity leave.
That's incredibly crap.
Yeah.
And the minimum wage is a lot lower, and some service jobs you have to survive on tips. And
it's like $10 an hour.
Yeah,
it's the minimum wage. US though, so there is a slight change in currency.
Yeah.
Not as much as.
Yeah, but they like it's.
Can of Coke's still $1. It doesn't matter where you go in the world. But,
when was the last can of Coke you saw out here for $1?
I could buy. $2.
Well,
I bought a can of something else, but
the can I purchased, it wasn't technically Coke.
Cola, generic brand cola.
Well, it wasn't even cola; it was Colia.
Colia,
something like that. It was.
Is it Mexican?
now, Mexicans had a hard enough time lately. Poor guys.
I think it's Indonesian.
Oh. God. Anyway, we digress again. We'll rename this Simple Adventures The Digression. I've already named one podcast The Digression. I can't keep using that. So, the other thing I looked at today was looking at actually getting a tent.
Yes, something I've been looking at too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nikki's not that keen on sleeping under a piece of nylon in this weather.
You mean you fly?
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, the only reason I'm looking at a tent is because they come with a floor.
Yeah.
Because when you fly camping, when it's wet like this, you really do need a ground sheet.
Yeah.
And you can't really get a lot of ground sheets that are light.
Oh, well, what you can do is just get
just something to
plastic.
sleep on. Oh yeah.
Just the plastic you buy off the roll.
Yep.
It's light, it's thin, and it's 100% waterproof. Whereas tarpaulin, because it's a weave, although it's waterproof when it's up like this, for listeners that's an A-frame. Gotta remember this is for listeners as well. It's waterproof because the weave does it, but when it's sitting on something and you're rubbing it, it will eventually soak through.
Okay.
Yeah, so just a flat plastic sheet.
Yeah.
They tend to get destroyed though, and they are like slippery. So if you're camping on a bit of an incline, you're off out the door after a while.
Yeah, because I was looking at a tents that they're basically a fly with a pole and a bit of ground and a ground sheet. There's no inner skin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they're pretty light. I think.
Who makes those?
That was a Torpedo 7 one. The ones I've looked at. Yeah.
That's an interesting idea.
I think they've put it down as a 2-man tent.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much means me and my gear.
Yeah.
And it came in at about 2 kilos.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Not bad.
Yeah, so it's not heavy. It's not light. It's not heavy.
Yeah.
You know, it's
because I was looking at that, and it was sort of like $1 kilo a person about the weight.
Yep.
And I was looking at some, and there was some interesting ones that you can pitch without the inner.
Yep.
So you can leave the inner at home if you wish.
Yep.
Like that would be summer, and then winter maybe take the inner as well.
Yep.
But how much warmer do you think tents are than flies?
Quite a lot warmer.
Yeah.
Because we're talking like a full tent, not like the ones I was just talking about.
Yeah.
Because you don't get that wind chill.
But the inners aren't windproof, are they?
No, but the outers are. Because most tents are really close to the ground.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like you got a fly, you can have that much of a gap on a small one.
Yeah.
You can have a metre or two, and that wind is just coming through, and any heat that it can get to it, will just take away with it.
Wind chill would be the big thing there because you get a windbreak,
But your
and
sleeping
then you've got
bag's
the heat.
windproof.
Yes,
Your sleeping
but
bag's-
you're not losing any heat to evaporation
And you're
or
just
your heat being blown away, as in your lovely video.
Yeah,
So-
as in my video.
And you're only heating up a small space,
Yeah.
and compared to if you're out in a fly, you're really just trying to heat the planet up with all your excess body heat.
I'm just thinking here, if you got
it's
your little jet boil, set it up in the middle of your tent, you'd have that thing nice and sauna-like.
No, you wouldn't.
No, you don't. You wouldn't.
You
That's
don't
like the
use
stupidest
jet balls.
thing in the world. Don't use like
Cookers
any cookers in a tent.
in any enclosed space.
Why do you think that is?
Something to do with it being lots of plastic that shrink wraps too.
No.
Well,
not
apart from that, there's one thing that fire needs,
Well, fuel.
and come on, Rick, you know
Three
this.
things fire needs.
Air, oxygen.
Oxygen,
Yeah.
and in a confined space, it uses
Oh,
all the what?
yeah, okay, yeah.
And what else does it create?
Yeah,
Carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide.
Which is
So, important lesson we learned today. Don't use cookers in tents.
yes.
Or confined spaces.
Well, cars are a bad one.
Yeah, yeah, because they're nice and sealed, eh?
Mm.
I mean, you'd probably get away with it in a tent if you open the door or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, confined space. Yeah, so burning things uses up all your oxygen.
Yes.
So good lessons been learnt, Rick.
I
think
have
I'm
contributed
glad
to
we
this
covered-
conversation. I
Yeah.
feel happy.
Yes.
So like, what do you reckon? 2-man tent for one person?
If you want to be comfy,
Yeah,
and I like being comfy.
and you're a big person
I'm
too.
a big guy.
And like, you're gonna keep your gear in your tent, and I don't like keeping my gear in the little eaves. What do you call them?
Oh, yeah, oh, the little one. Yeah.
Vestibules, or what do they call them?
Yeah. It's just not big enough, and you always wonder if water's gonna seep
Yeah.
from the fly because it's touching up against it, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So like, because I reckon for Nikki and I, because I've got a 1-man tent.
Yes, I've
And-
used it. And
Yeah, it's pretty tight, eh?
it sleeps me. Like I had my pack outside. Luckily it was summertime. It was fine. So
Yeah.
yeah. I mean that is another thing you could look at is taking a fly to make a kitchen space, having a tent to sleep in.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
So Nikki can carry the tent, and I'll just keep carrying the fly.
Yeah.
I like sharing.
Yeah. Well, you can just sleep in the fly, and like you can sleep in a 1-man tent.
Nah.
No, you want snails.
Yeah, it's nice. And tents give you a little bit of privacy.
I tell you what, a 1-man tent is awfully tiny.
Oh
It'd be very
yeah.
snuggly.
My
very
1-man
snuggly.
tent is as George said, it's 1 man.
Yeah, 1 man, no gear.
Yeah. maybe not even a sleeping bag.
No, I just squeezed in it with my mat, and
Yeah.
like my head was touching one end, and I could touch the other end with my feet.
Oh god. What do you think about the sort of we call them bivvy bags.
Yeah.
And some people call them, the Australians call them swags. They're
Oh,
like
no,
they're like a little 1-man. They're like a waterproof sleeping bag with sometimes they have a pole.
Yeah.
And then you just sort of slide in them and you just sleep in that and you zip it up and you're like encased in a
I've
waterproof
seen
shell.
them, and I've been quite interested in looking at getting one of those to give it a try. Because again, army surplus, packed down, lightweight, easy to carry,
There's lots of different ones out there.
and there's lots of
Yeah.
other different models out there. The other one I've seen, which I was always curious about, was what they call the hammocks. You just swing them up between 2 trees, and they're like a hammocky
Yeah.
tent thing.
They're quite popular. The Hennessy hammock in New Zealand, eh?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
looking at that sort of thing too, but
What do you reckon with that though?
oh,
I've never slept in a hammock, so I wouldn't know.
They're surprisingly comfortable.
mm.
Until you get woken up by your drunken friends swinging it backwards and forwards, that's not so good. But
I wouldn't even have to be drunk to do that to you, Rick.
My experiences of hammocks is they're awfully comfortable once you get into them. It's getting into them that's the challenging bit.
Oh, okay.
Because I was thinking about like you got your hammock because they got a fly on top,
Yeah.
and you got your hammock, but then you can just put your pack and everything underneath you.
Yeah, yeah.
But some places trying to find somewhere to string a hammock up, it's not that easy.
Yes, like in the top, say, that's
In
quite
the
hard.
tops and scrub.
Yeah, there's lots of places which would be easier to hang
Oh,
a
yeah.
hammock than it would be to find a flat piece of ground.
Yeah, like
Well, essentially, it's just a fly with a hammock hanging underneath it, and then
Yeah.
you've got a large amount of space to put gear underneath,
when I was
and it all pegs down on the side, so it's fairly sturdy.
when I had your tent I was in the Kaimais, trying to find somewhere to pitch it was just a nightmare.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just couldn't find anywhere flat. I found a little area that just fitted the tent on it. I had to do a little bit of gardening.
This
with
is
the
where
machete.
your combat shovel. Combat shovel.
No,
Hey, you try level rock, man. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Digging in the bush is not
No,
easy.
no.
Because in New Zealand it's either rock or tree roots.
Or
It's
a
not
little, or about that much
topsoil, eh?
Yeah, a couple of
I can see
centimetres
why
of
there's-
topsoil and then rock.
I can see why the hammocks would be quite popular in New Zealand then, because they're essentially self-leveling. All you need is 2 trees, and you
Yeah.
can string in between.
Yeah, but you need to get 2 good trees,
Or get
Yeah.
sturdy ones.
sturdy ones, and
And if you're in the pungas are probably not strong enough.
no, especially
You'd be like tying pungas off to another pungas and
yeah, and then the wind starts blowing. They go, whoa.
Wake up in the morning and your bum's touching the ground. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, or what was it? Some guy got killed and tree fell on him when he was out
What?
camping. I was reading on the net yesterday or the day before.
Really?
Yeah, like a branch.
Where was it?
I think it might have been in the States.
Ah.
Yeah, and
That's pretty much like the I read this. Where was it? Yeah, it was the States. Someone did something stupid.
Yeah.
It's the States.
yeah, I think it was. Yeah, and you just pitch his tent, and yeah, snap and crash, and
Well, I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often. Like those big trees coming down the bush are, if you get caught anywhere near, like even with its external, like its extreme branches, you're in for some serious.
you want to be
damage.
actually right underneath it so you can get away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would suspect that, you know, it would be very rare that you'd be near a tree that would be dropping, because they
Oh.
don't fall that often.
Well, you get a
Yeah.
big storm. Do you remember that time when we were in Whirinaki? We got sort of stuck in there. Like,
Yeah.
we were, yeah. And you could hear them falling.
Yeah.
Like, boom! She was.
Okay, that's a slightly different circumstance. You were up in the Whirinakis
Yeah,
in a storm.
yeah. It was fun when we walked in.
Yeah. These things happen, Rick. I was in Puriura one time and I could hear, and I heard a big one fall. I didn't
Yeah.
see it, but I could hear it. And it wasn't even that stormy. It was only like, it was quite windy and hail as well. So, and it just took it down.
Would have been old and
Yeah.
rotten.
Yeah.
Dead
You'd be
for a long
surprised
time.
how many trees are in the forest, Rick.
Yeah.
Like, they fall
I
down a lot.
kinda
And they sort of, replace each other.
Yeah.
It's the circle of... I won't sing.
Please.
Sorry, guys.
And I think on that note, we should probably wind this one up.
Yeah. Yeah. We... Do we have any new... We should be updating our website soon for this month.
Okay.
So, I don't know what we're putting up yet, but we should have some interesting stuff to read. And...
You've got some stuff you're working on with your fabric testing as well.
Yeah, but it's in progress. I'm thinking about writing an article like where we are at now, because I've actually got more questions than I have answers at the moment.
That all the best scientific inquiry is you don't get
yeah.
answers, you just get more questions.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
So
more questions mean more funding, and you continue the cycle of academia. But you know,
so yeah, that's good. We're now on iTunes and Stitcher, and according to my website statistics, other. So
oh, and that reminds me, a shout out to that person who's listened to all of our podcasts.
Yeah.
Go you, keep doing it.
yeah, we've got one listener. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so pop on the website regularly and check us out all over the show.
Alrighty. Well, from myself, from Nathan and George, have a good evening. Stay safe out there and don't light fires in small and close spaces.
Yeah.